Hallo und willkommen, ich bin Meister Lenzia and you're watching Get Germanized, and today we're gonna answer some of your questions.
I am bored. What should I do?
Ah, ich weiß.
Get Germanized. Sponsored by italki, the easy way to learn languages.
More information at the end of the video. Gabriela Martel says, your videos are very useful and funny. Thank you very much, Gabriela. Very different from what I've seen in Germany so far. Oh, that's not good. Is there a way to get to talk to you? Wait, first, what have you seen so far in Germany? What's happening with that? It doesn't sound too good. There are ways you can talk to me. Obviously, I will always try to answer comments and questions when I have time, when I can. I admit sometimes I let them pile up a bit, but I try to get back to you if I can. And of course, a more secure way that you can talk to me, like on Skype and stuff, is if you become a patron actually on patreon.com/getgermanized. That way, one of the rewards is that you can talk to me on Skype. Yeah, that way, well, you can talk to me like for sure. Other than that, I don't have too much time to interact like more than on a comment and comment response kind of basis, just because I'm so busy with making videos, with traveling to places to film videos for you guys and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sorry. Claudia B says, have you ever been to America? If so, which parts, which states would you like to visit? I have not been to the United States of America yet. I plan on doing that in the future for sure, though I have friends there that I want to see. For example, in Georgia, in Florida, in California, and, well, lots of different places actually, so that's gonna be expensive. That's one of the reasons I haven't done it yet, because it's gonna be expensive. When I go, I want to see them all. Well, I guess I could start off with just visiting one friend, so we'll see. Jillian Hurihan, sorry if that's wrong, says, dogs, are there dog parks in Germany? Specialty dog stores in the US? Dogs, including my pup, are treated quite like kids, and I am wondering if it is the same in Germany and or Europe. Like kids? What do you mean? I do not see anyone treating a dog like a kid here necessarily. I mean, some of these little puppies and purses are being like pampered quite a bit, but yeah, I guess some people would treat them like kids, but I think you mean in a different way, right? By society? Not sure. We do have dog parks, yes, and dog specialty stores, definitely. In those dog parks, you can let your dog run free without a leash, I believe. In normal parks, if you're not careful and if you just let your dog run free, the Ordnungsamt, the orderly or the order office might come around and fee you. It's, I think, 25 euros or something like that if they catch your dog without a leash and if they can track him back to you. So be careful, but apart from that, yes, we do have all those things you mentioned. Samuel Hill says, are there any countries Germany doesn't get along with very well still? Like how Japan doesn't get along with Korea and China too well? What's their relation with Israel like? Well, for some reason the Greek people hate us now. Because our stupid government gave the bankers in Greece money. And the Greek people didn't see too much of that money apparently, which is not really the Germans' fault. Keep that in mind. I didn't do anything. Neither did my fellow Germans here. The government maybe did, so hate the government, but not the German people. And don't hate the Greek people for like hating on Germany's government. I mean, you know, it's weird. I sometimes thought like, hey, why do you hate us? And then I realized, oh wait, they probably hate the government, not really the people. So that's alright. And also our relation with Israel, well, Germany delivers submarines there. War submarines or something like that, so it must be pretty good. Like, I don't agree with that obviously, but like government-wise, I think they're okay. Dominic Cerisano says, what do Germans think of movies like Das Boot and Der Untergang? Are they as popular in Germany as in the US? They are pretty popular in Germany, I would say. Das Boot, definitely a classic, and Der Untergang is a really good movie too. I don't think Germans have any problems with like watching World War II war movies or something like that, if they're well made, if they don't just bash on the Germans all the time, and you know, and if they're well made. So, and those movies are well made, so no problem with that. Nastya B says, meine Frage, my question, auf welche Weise hast du beim Fremdsprachenlernen den Wortschatz gelernt? Kannst du vielleicht ein paar Tipps geben, wie es besser ist, dir neue Wörter zu merken? She wants to know in which way I've learned the vocabulary when I learned a new language, and if I have any tips to like remember words better. Well, I tried to learn by looking at stuff that interests me. For me it was anime back then with English subtitles, and I really wanted to understand the subtitles because back then I didn't know much about the internet, and the only site I knew had English subtitles. I could have learned Japanese, yes, but it was easier for me just to learn English, so I just looked all the words I didn't know up. And because I was interested in what was going on, I remembered those words because I really wanted to understand the storyline. I think it was Naruto and One Piece back then for me. I watched those shows from the first episode onwards. So my suggestion is find something that is really, really interesting to you, that you have a passion about, and find it in that new language. That's pretty much what I have done, at least. Top 10 Facts says, hello, here's my question. What do you think about studying in Germany? Topic: studying in Germany, please. Well, studying in Germany is pretty good, I'd say. I mean, it's not Finland where you get paid for studying. I mean, you have to search for a job first and stuff, but you know, they get paid. Let's leave it at that. But it's still really, really cheap. Obviously, there's no students, what do you call that? Studiengebühr, like a fee, study fee. Yeah, we abolished that, so that's pretty good. Even for international students, if you're gonna come here and study for free, there's still like a fee of about 200 euros for like 6 months. So about 500 euros in a year, but that varies obviously from university to university and state to state. But still, it's not all that much money. I mean, you will still have to cash out like some money, because living costs and rent and all that kind of stuff will cost you as well. But like studying in Germany is pretty good, I'd say. Well organized, you learn a lot. Of course, depends on the university again, but you know, in general, I'd say it's pretty good. Bonnie Chen says, what do you think is a good way to improve listening and oral German for self-learners? Well, I'd say do not only listen to really slowly spoken languages. I know that it's easier at the beginning, but I have talked to so many people that said, yeah, I can understand if you talk really slow, but as soon as you speak normal, I can't understand anything. And then I was like, yeah, well, it's because you only practice with like slow German. I think you need to try to listen to normally spoken German with subtitles, maybe in the beginning. Like shows, try to find shows and subtitled shows, obviously, and just listen to that over and over and over until you can figure out the single words in the mush that you understand at first. Well, in oral German, I have improved my English, my oral English, by making videos and by just getting feedback. So a teacher would definitely be beneficial to you. italki, for example, offers that, the sponsor of Get Germanized. You can hire teachers on there, and obviously if you speak to them, they can give you tips on how to improve, what to improve and stuff like that. So I'd suggest that. Charlie B says, I'm amazed that you're able to speak English the way you do. How did you learn to speak English? You do really good, by the way. Oh, thank you very much. I learned English primarily by learning it at school, I suppose, and by tutoring with all different kinds of methods. Like I said before, anime was a big influence because I wanted to understand it. Also movies and books in English, and what else? Well, making videos on YouTube, like practicing the oral part, the speaking part is really important, because if you know all the grammar and stuff like that, but you can't pronounce a single word, what good is that, really? And yeah, video games, really anything that you have a passion for will help you learn. Definitely. Like I speak from experience, obviously, and the more the more passionate you are about something, the quicker you will learn in the end as well. Casa dos Mongos says, where have you met most of your friends? At school, at the gym, where? Most of my friends, well, I'm a big nerd, so I met my really close friends by meeting them for playing like video games and stuff like that on LAN parties, like there's local area network parties that you used to have back in the day in the 90s and in the 2000s. And yeah, my friend Pelzer, for example, I remember clear as day how I met him. I won't tell you the details though. I met him at a LAN party, And yeah, I can't tell you anymore. It's a funny story though, good story. It had to do something with copying files from one computer to the other. Okay guys, that's it for Q&A part 1. You have given me so many questions that I will at least make 5 more. And of course you can ask me questions beneath this video too. Well, I will just make this a series, I suppose. So like, you ask me questions, I answer them, so ask your questions now. Thank you very much, and if you liked the video, obviously leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and videos about the German language and culture and my daily life here in Germany. And if you really love the channel, you can support it on patreon.com/getgermanized, like I mentioned in the very beginning of the video. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen, all you, my honorary Germans. Goodbye. Get connected with real teachers and real native speakers on italki.com. Find the link to the page in the video description.